Hi everyone, it's Agnes and I'm doing a viewer request today. It's from Kristen. Now, her question is, how do you stop negative thoughts and how not to fear if you have them? Is it more resistant to fight negative thoughts or try to change them or give in and feel the emotion? Some people encourage you to feel the emotion and say it's more resistant to try and change them. Really good question. Okay, so let's break it down step by step. How do you stop negative thoughts? In my experience, it's hard to just say don't think about that because it just comes back and it seems to come back stronger, especially if it's to do with something that's bugging you badly. Okay, so in my personal experience, it is easier to redirect your mind onto something else. So if you're having let's say thoughts about, because the one that seems to come up again and again and again is third parties. So there's someone that you love, someone you want to be with, and there's a third party involved. Incredibly challenging to stop thinking about that. Or you're in debt and you've got people knocking on your door, ringing you up, bills coming in. And let me just switch off my phone so it doesn't beep. So just trying to not think about debt, trying to not think about a third party is incredibly hard. Your head seems to want to go over things that does not serve it if you don't give it something to do. So as a suggestion that works for me is you pick, when it's really, really bad, when your negative thoughts are really intense and it's affecting your sleep, it's affecting your work, it's affecting because you keep going back to really unpleasant things. Picking one affirmation and you do it over and over and over. Your head cannot do two things at once. So if you're having a third party negative thought and it's going on and on and on and you just can't shake it, I am loved, I am loved, I am loved, I am loved. Do it over and over, hundreds of times a day. I used to do it 300 times a day when I was in situations with third parties, and I would not give my head an inch to go there. Eventually, I used to get up in the night to go to the bathroom, go to the toilet, and I'd be sitting on the toilet and the I am loved, I am loved, I am loved would happen even without me trying. So eventually your head creates a new groove and it takes to it, okay? So, and you've said, and how to not fear them if you have them. Well, that's pretty hard to not have any fear. I mean, remember, I don't know those of you that saw The Secret, but it showed how you don't have instant manifestations. You don't have a thought and then it shows up straight away. There was that reference to the elephant doing a poo in the lounge room, and it showed that, if you had that thought and it manifested instantly, that wouldn't be a good thing. So the fact that thoughts don't manifest instantly gives you time when you do have negative thoughts to rein yourself in before you get a really bad negative manifestation. Okay? But if you have them, just put your energy into changing them. Don't keep going, I had a fearful thought of, now that's going to manifest something bad, because then you have two things beating you to death in your mind. The first thought of the whatever you don't want, and then the second thought about, now I've had fearful thoughts, now I'm going to get that. So you're calling it to you twice, okay? So stop that, get an affirmation, do it, and become focused, disciplined, okay? That's basically what it is. It's practice, focus, and discipline. You make a decision, you stop screwing around, and you do it. And you stop telling this story about your fears, you stop going over stuff. Make it your mission to stop doing the repetitive habitual thoughts that you've got, okay? So, is it more resistant to fight negative thoughts or try to change them? I think it's more resistant to fight negative thoughts, personally, because it takes a hell of a lot of energy, having been in situations where I've had to do it. It's exhausting trying to fight negative thoughts. It's much easier to replace them with something else. Give your head something else to do. Okay? Or you've said give in to feel the emotion. Some people encourage you to feel the emotion and say it's more resistant to try and change it. Yeah, look, this is law of attraction. It's a bit like the Bible. People have been debating what it means and my way's right for decades. No, for centuries. And law of attraction's the same. So remember, it's what you believe, and people can believe different things about the law of attraction, but you get what you believe. So follow the things that make sense to you. What I will say makes sense to me. Yeah, sometimes you need to feel the emotion. I've heard a lot of people in emails saying, I didn't want to cry because it was a negative emotion and I knew that was going to bring me something I don't want. If you need to cry, let it out. What happens is you go, after you've cried for an hour or two, might even only be 10 minutes, but let out the emotion because it gets pent up and you need to let it out. So release stuff through tears. Then you have a sleep. Then you go, okay, I've processed that and now I can get back to what I want to think and believe. But we're humans. We're not robots. We need to feel emotion. And remember that it's an emotional scale, so you're working your way up. So if you've got pain and hurt and you need to cry, you let it out, then you cork bobs back up and you start to feel a bit more peace. Then, of course, it builds up again, you do it again. That's when you're in tight situations that cause you a lot of, Okay? So, yeah, feel the emotion, just don't stay stuck there. Let it pass through and out. Let it pass through and out, and then get back to being your secure, peaceful self. Okay, Kristen, I hope that helps. Let me just check the other side. No, that was it. That was the end of your question. Lots of love, and I will see some of you on the Q&A tomorrow. A lot of you have sent me emails saying you want to join, but you haven't told me which dates, so that creates a lot of work for me. So if you could be more specific, that would help me out, because then I have to email you, ask you which one, then I have to do it. So I've got to, do a lot more shuffling around. So if you could save me that would be unreal. All right. Ciao, ciao.